How many dates have you been on total? If you like
Oh,
first dates?
since I moved to Toronto?
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say your whole life.
Oh, my whole life. Oh,
Okay, but let's say since you moved, so let's say in the past year. Let's
you
go
know
the
what?
past year.
Oh, I've been on quite a few, I won't lie. Um, I don't know, like maybe like honestly, like maybe like 10, 15. I've
Oh, that's not that many. I thought you were gonna say like 50.
well, no, not that many. Maybe a little,
Okay.
maybe more 15, 15 range, but
Okay. How many of those turned into second dates?
oh, I would
I
say
mean, like if you
yeah,
had to guess, you just
honestly,
giving it.
quite a few did. There was, I would say probably maybe five that weren't that I didn't have. We didn't have a second date.
Okay. You seem like a very easy person that's very easy to get along with.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
would I would imagine that it's probably easy to have a conversation with you based off of the 5 minutes we've been speaking so far.
Yeah.
That a date is probably uh, easy to have with you, at least for from the guy's perspective. I'm curious when you're on these dates, what makes you not want to go on a second date with a guy? Like if you're like, "Ooh, I don't want to see that guy again."
Um, there are for sure some red flags. Most of my dates, like I don't ever put myself kind of in a position. I try not to that it'll like for example during quarantine and stuff, guys were like, "Oh, come over to my place. We'll have dinner," and it's like, yeah, I know what you're kind of what I mean, what you're going to be kind of implying. You can kind of tell based on like on that first date where sometimes you can kind of tell the guy's intentions in a sense like sometimes not. A lot of times I like to go out for dinner with guys and stuff, and I find that just having a conversation, if I can't joke around with a person, like I'm a very sarcastic person, I like to talk, and if I feel like I'm the one that's asking all the questions or I'm kind of carrying the conversation, that's really tough.
Hmm.
I've had some like awkward moments, and I'm like, I also like someone that I'm able to flow and I can banter with in that sense. That's personally me. Everyone is different, obviously, but for me, that's I think having that banter and being able to talk and like make that first date seem like it's not a first date. That's my biggest one, I think. Definitely some topics that come up for sure, like like I'm fine with you guys talking about exes. Like I'm a super cool person, but sometimes guys go to the extremes and
Wow, you're cool with that.
well, okay, but like, I have exes too, you know what I mean? I'm you know what? Listen, like we all have exes and stuff like that, and it's all good, but when guys are like purposely like throwing out on the first date that, like, oh, I like, like talking all about this stuff about her and stuff, it kind of is just like, it is tough to, what I mean? It's kind of like
Yeah, there's
a,
a
she's super
there's a line.
and stuff. I'm just like, it makes you feel awkward too. And it's like, that's kind of more for like later on dates. You should be talking about that, but it all depends, but yeah, that's
What are some other red flags?
you know what? Sometimes it just depends, like I said, on the person. Sometimes the chemistry is not there, or maybe they're like in a part of their life where that, like for example, I tend to go for older guys just because I like the maturity level and like I feel like I'm very, I feel like I'm pretty mature for my age.
What do you when you say older guys? Be more specific.
Um, like anywhere older from 22. So like it could be anywhere older than my age. Like anywhere like sometimes I go for like, 25, 26, 27. So not super old, but just a little bit older. They have a few more years just because I know that they may be a little bit more serious. That's not always the case. And there's definitely younger guys that are at the same play field as that. But yeah.
What's your range? You think like what's the youngest
Hmm.
guy you'll date at this point in your life, and what's the oldest guy?
Definitely probably youngest. Uh, Probably like 21. That's
Oh, so you'd go a year younger than you.
yeah, maybe. You know what though? There's always that one for you never know. Older, like 29, maybe 30. That's really
Okay.
like a little bit older, but that's totally fine. I'm totally cool with that.
What if the guy was awesome and he was like 40 years old?
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
It's a jump. It's a big jump.
that is a significant jump, and that's almost like, yeah. I don't think so, but
What do you want ultimately? Do you want a relationship? Do you want
yeah,
kids? Do you want marriage? What do you want?
yeah, yeah. Ultimately, that's what I want. Um, you know, not like kids and stuff like that. Like I have my own career goals and stuff right now, and I'm still young. I want to enjoy my youth a little bit before settling down. But for sure, you know what? I kind of went through a phase. after I had a breakup like probably about 2 years ago, and since then I've really taken time to myself and like really figuring out, where I could grow from that, and just taking my time with men in general and just like feeling it out. But also I have my own goals and stuff, so that's what I've been kind of working towards.
Why'd you guys break up?
It was more like, so it was a lot of long distance stuff going on. So he played hockey in the States, and it was like a lot of long distance. And then he actually ended up he came back to Belleville because that's where I was at the time, and he ended up starting his business and stuff. And like, I'm a super super chill person. I was like, you know what? I support you. You do your business stuff or whatever. But it became all about him, and like it just came to the point where like the business was like first, obviously, as it I guess as it should be, but I just kind of was pushed on the back burner, and I was like, you know what, like I don't really, I'm going to school also in Peterborough at the time, and it just, what, I think I was just tired of being in relationships at that point. I've since I was in grade 9, I was always in a new relationship, and I kind of jumped from relationship to relationship without taking any breathers. So I think that was kind of my last straw. I was just like, you know what, I think I just need time for myself. Need time to like, figure myself out, and to kind of, experience being single and going on dates, and like, seeing those red flags, or going through, people that, play games with you, or, you know what I mean? Then you kind of learn what you want, because, when you get a little bit older, right? That person could be the person that you might be with, right? For maybe for marriage or whatever.